Om. Yes, friends, 20th mantra has 10, 21 also has 10, 22 has 9, 23 has 6. 20, 21, 22, 23, these four Anuvakas we will chant today of the Rigveda Saptama Mandalam as a part of our Vedic chanting, followed by which a small common sense thought we discuss. We do our Sankalpa Prarthana. We also do our Upanishad Parayanam, then our Upanishad Adhyanam. Let this 1 hour be a joyful, purposeful, effortful endeavor to invoke all the divinity from within, which is within us only, that has to be made manifested. ॐ अथ ऋग्वेदपारायणं सप्तममण्डलं विंशतितम अनुवाकः ॐ उग्रो जज्ञे वीर्याय स्वधा वाचङ्कृतपो नर्यो यत्करिष्यन् जग्मिर्युवानुषदनमवो विस्ताता न इन्द्रेण सो महश्चित् हन्ता वृत्रमिन्द्रः शूशुवान प्रावीन्नु वीरो जरितारमूर्तिं कर्ता सुदासे अहवा उलोकन्दाता वसु मुहुरादाशुषे भूत् युध्मो अनर्वाकजकृत्समद्वाशूरः सत्राषाड्जनुषेमाषाढः व्यास इन्द्रः पृतनाः स्वोजा अधा विश्वं शत्रूयन्तं जघान उभे चिदिन्द्ररोदसी महित्वा स पप्राथ तवि समन्धसामधेषु वा उवोच वृषा जजानवृषणं मृणाय तमुचिन्नारी नर्यं न ससूव प्रयः सेनानीरदनृभ्यो अस्तिनः सत्वा गवेषणः सदृष्णुः नोचित्सभ्रेशते जनो नरेशन्मनो यो अस्य घोरमाविवासात् यज्ञैर्य इन्द्रे ददते दुवांसि क्षयत्सराय ऋतपारुत्तेजाः यदिन्द्रपूर्वो अपराय शिक्षन्न यज्ञाय अङ्कनीयसो देष्णम् अमृत इत्पर्यासीत दूरमा चित्र्यम्भरारयिन्नः यस्त इन्द्रप्रियो जनो ददाश दसन्निरेके अद्रिवः सखाते वयन्ते अस्यां सुमतौ च निष्ठाः स्याम वरूथे अग्नतो नृपीतौ एष स्तोमो अचिक्रदद्वृषात उत स्तामुर्मघवन्नक्रपिष्टः रायस्कामो जरितारन्त आगन्त्वमङ्गशक्रवस्व आशको नः स न इन्द्र त्वयताया इषेधास्मना च ये मघवानो जुनन्ते वस्वीषु ते जरित्रे अस्तु शक्तिर्यूयं भात स्वस्तिभिः सदा नः 21 असाविदेवं गोरुजीकमन्दोऽन्यस्मिन्निन्द्रो जनुषे मुवोच बोधामसि त्वा हर्यश्वयज्ञैर्बोधानः स्तोममन्धसोमदेशो प्रयन्ति यज्ञं विपयन्ति बर्हिः सोममादो विदते रुद्रवाचः न्युभ्रियन्ते यशसो गृबादा दूर उपब्धो वृषणो वृषाचः त्वमिन्द्रस्रवितवा अपस्कः परिष्ठिता अहिना शूरपूर्वैः त्वद्वावक्रे रथ्यो नधेना रेजन्ते विश्वा कृत्रिमाणि भीषा भीमो विवेशायुधे विरेशामपांसि विश्वा नर्याणि विद्वान् इन्द्रः पुरोजर्रुषाणो विदूधोऽद्विवज्रहस्तो महिना जगान न यातव इन्द्रजूजुवुर्नो न वन्दनाशविष्टवेद्याभिः सशर्दधर्यो विषुणस्य जन्तोर्माशिष्णदेवा अपि कुर्रुतन्नः अभिक्रत्वेन्द्रभूरदज्मन्नते दिव्यङ्महिमाश्चित्ते असुर्याय पूर्वेणु क्षत्राय ममिरे सहांसे इन्द्रो मगानि दयते विषह्येन्द्रं वाजस्य जोहुवन्तसातौ कीरिश्चिद्धित्वामवसे जुहावेशानमिन्द्र सौभगस्य भूरेः अवो बभूत शतमूते अस्मे अभिक्षत्तु स्वावतो वरूता सकायस्त इन्द्र विश्वः स्याम नमो वृथा सोमहिनाथ रुद्र वन्वन्तु स्माते वसा समीके भीतिमर्यो मनुषां शवांसे स न इन्द्र त्वयताया इषेधास्मना च ये भगवानो जुनन्ते वस्वीषु ते चरित्रे अस्तु शक्तिर्यूयं भात स्वस्तिभिः सदा नः 22 पिबासो ममिन्द्रमन्दतु त्वा यन्ते सुशावहर्यश्वात्रिः सोतुर्बाहुभ्यां सुयतो नार्वा यस्ते मदो युज्यश्चारुरस्ति येन वृत्राणि हर्यश्वहंसे सत्त्वामिन्द्रप्रभुव सोममत्तु बोधासु मे मघवस्वाच मे महं यान्ते वसिष्ठो अर्चति प्रशस्तिम् इमा ब्रह्म सधमा तेजुषस्व श्रुति हवं विपिपानस्याद्रेर्बोधा विप्रस्यार्चतो मनीषां कृष्वादुवांस्यन्तमास चेमा न ते गिरो अपि मृष्येतुरस्य न सुष्टुतिं स्म सूर्यस्य विद्वान् सदा ते नाम स्वयशो विवक्मि भूरिहि ते सवनामानुषेषु भूरि मनीषी हवते त्वामितो मारे अस्मन्मघवञ्जोक्कः तुभ्येदिमा सवनाशूरविश्वा तुभ्यं ब्रह्माणि वर्धना कृणोमि त्वं नृभिर्हव्यो विश्वधासे नो चिन्नुते मन्यमानस्य दस्मोदश्नुवन्ति महिमानमुग्र न वीर्यमिन्द्रते न राधः ये च पूर्वऋषयो ये च नूत्ना इन्द्रब्रह्माणि जनयन्त विप्राः अस्मे ते सन्तु सख्या शिवानि यूयं पात स्वस्तिभिः सदा नः 23 उदुब्रह्माण्यैरतः श्रवस्येन्द्रं समर्ये महया वसिष्ठ आयो विश्वानि शवसा तथा नोपश्रोताम ईवतो वचांसि अयामि घोष इन्द्रदेवजामिरिरज्यन्त यच्छुरुधो विवाचे न हि स्वमायुश्चिकिते जनेषु तानीदं हांस्यन्ति पर्ष्यस्मान् युजेरथं गवेषणं हरिव्यामुपब्रह्माणि जुजुषाणमस्तुः विवादिष्टस्य रोदसी महित्वेन्द्रो वृत्राण्यप्रदे जगन्वान् आपश्चित्पिप्युः स्तर्यो न गावो नक्षन्मृतं जरितारस्त इन्द्र याहि वायुर्न नियुतो नो अच्छा त्वं हि धीभिर्दयसे विवाजान् ते त्वामदा इन्द्रमादयन्तु शुष्मिणं तु विराधसञ्जरित्रे एको देवत्रादयसे हि मर्तानस्मिन् शूर सवनेमादयस्व ये वेदिन्द्रं वृषणं वज्रबाहुं वसिष्ठासो अभ्यर्चन्त्यर्कैः स नस्तुतो वीरवद्धातु गोमद्यूयं पात स्वस्तिभिः सदा नः ॐ शान्तिः 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 24 onwards we have to do right in today's common sense thought, my respected friends. Few things, 1 2 3 from 4 or 5 of things. Sarveshwara. First one is no way other than protecting our own physical body and its health and stamina. Because all lies in it only for us who are now at the level of body identification and life at that level. Only when the body is healthy, we can do other sadhanas. If it is not, we will be missing everything, isn't it? So, therefore, what are the measures to be taken? We have to be very clear about them and see to it that minimum is the trouble to our sharira by our wrongdoings. By the prarabdha, whatever has to happen, we can't avoid. But by our own inadvertence, etc., what the negatives that happen to the sharira, the roga, adi, we have to avoid. That itself also a very good required sadhana. That's why all the sadhakas, adhyatmika, yogis, through various asanas and pranayama, and more importantly, by having strict restrictions on the food that is taken, they protect the sharira first. है Sharira madhyam khalu dharma moksha sadhanam. Dharma sadhanam, they say, after dharma, the moksha. Otherwise, our attention will be only on the sharira. It will be a suffering and torture. Like for me now, I am not healthy. This class conduction will be a torture to myself, isn't it? You also, if the body is not cooperating with health and strength and stamina, it will be a pain only. It will be a struggle only. It is a suffering only. देखो, giving troubles to the body and trying to bring it under control, that tapas sadhana is different. वो भी करना है. Where you go for walking to the high altitude of temples, you do the pradakshinas. ये सब साधना के तपस्या है. But by being inadvertent, bringing diseases to the body, and with the diseased body, trying to do sadhana is not a tapasya. More than tapasya, it is what you call unintelligence only. Why use any of the negative word? Isn't it? So let us be conscious, careful about what goes inside to through our mouth, the food, the water, etc. Everything let it be correct, perfect, and calculative, isn't it? Depending on that only, the sharira's swasthata will be there. You know, the less eat, there is a problem. More eating, there is a problem. You know, on the name of tapasya, if you don't eat a tasty food, there is a problem. For the sake of taste, if we eat, then it will again trouble the sharira. No, these are all things have to be minded, which is a part of sadhana, which is a sign of our intelligence. There's no way. You know? Never throughout the year we need to go to a doctor at all. Nor we should suffer at home. Nor any of the outer duties or inner sadhanas be disturbed because of ill health. Nor our seva projects, anything. तबीयत खराब है इसलिए ये नहीं हो पाया, ये सेंटेंस होना ही नहीं चाहिए हमारे लाइफ. Yes, when there are rains, be careful. Who told you to get drenched and then get the sardi 3 दिन 4 दिन, है ना? When it is too hot, who told you to go and get the heat stroke? Isn't it? Protect yourself. It is very, very cold. किसने कहा कि in the cold weather take head bath? And 3 days I took head bath in the cold winter. Then that cold has caught me. It is not leaving me. So I can't come to class. I can't do my puja. I can't do my any of the sadhana. Not even I can take good rest. देखो, these are all very simple but very important things also have to be taken into account. We have to mind them also. By whatever the prakara, my health is swastha, I have to do that. Na? Like if these foods are not allowed, don't take. Some people, how much or spice they eat, they can digest, they can remain well. But the others, they would look at the mirchi, they get acidity. So the second person should not compare with the other, compete with other. अपने आप को बचाना है. In the same way, in all other aspects of Sharira Swasthata, by Prarabdha we brought such Sharira, let us say, which needs 7-8 hours of rest without doing anything. Of that life is like that. We have to recognize it and we have to respect it. Remaining hours do sadhana, but those hours of rest demanding, we have to give it to that Sharira. Like, and compare with other person who 4.5 5 hours he sleeps and is fresh. He is a yogi doing all that from many lives. He is able to do it. So our body is like that. So in that way, whether it is ahara, whether it is a nidra, whether it is a physical activities, all of them, when we are careful, see to it that the body is not an issue, becoming an excuse for our not doing sadhanas. शरीर की स्वस्थता का रक्षणा करना है, first thing, and good energy it should be. Whatever the measures that are required for it, we have to take. है ना? If proper walking exercise are not done, then also body becomes stiff and lazy, and all the fats and the things get accumulated. So many, you all know it. A hint is given, more details we can know. The idea is Sharira should not become the reason for not doing sadhana because of ill health. Age related, whatever the weaknesses, reduction in the mobilities happen, that's accepted, should be accepted. Like with what speed I walk now, after 5 years I cannot. And I cannot climb the stairs 3 4 stories and come down swiftly as we do now. So they are all to be accepted, and we have to be more conscious also of that. And sometimes suddenly in few days only all these changes happen. We have to gracefully accept it and never complain कि परसों तक मैं ठीक था, सडनली अभी है ना सारा थकावट हो रहा है, एनर्जी नहीं है, आई कैनॉट वॉक. ये ऐसा ही होता है. And after certain age, day by day, the abilities of Sharira reduce only, decrease, they won't increase. है ना? या ये भी याद रखना. It's only maintenance after 50, not betterment. We can't become young, well built with muscles and all after the age of 60. ऐसा ट्राई करोगे तो फट जाएंगे सारे मसल्स. Isn't it? I will do push-ups at the age of 60 daily 100. You can't do it. That's too much to the Sharira. One day today you may do, third day it will be too much. Like that. What are the exercises for the old age, elderly age? वो जानकर वो करना. And your doctor knows you are the doctor. One is this physical health. Equally true it is the mental health also we have to protect. Isn't it? Like the body, if the mind also is always diseased with worries, anxieties, disappointments, miseries, dejections, such mind also, how can it be capable of any of the adhyatmic sadhana? It can't even do the outer duties well, nor it can receive and enjoy the world well. So we have to be mindful about these mind's diseases also, isn't it? Think about it, how all these diseases are avoided. Most of it is our own uncontrolled emotions, uncontrolled imaginations, unwanted projections. They are the ones which create. And for that, small little tips are to be caught, understood, practiced. Like I suffer. Why? Because you are not behaving as I expect. And this is a perennial misery in the mind, disease of the mind. What is the solution? So simple. Don't expect, just accept. हो गया बात. But the small tips we don't want to agree or accept keep our mind always worried. स्वामी जी कोई भी मेरी बात नहीं सुनते हैं. पहले तुम्हारे मन तुम्हारा बात नहीं सुन रहा है. जो एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा है दूसरों को मेरी बात सुने करके, इसको ठीक करो पहले. So simple it is. What else we can do? Only other thing we can do is suffer. To avoid that only we have to. Isn't it? You have to accept that's it. And sometimes some happenings happen. People leave us and go. They disrespect us. They cheat us. With all our great position, financially or even politically or socially, sometimes very low level of humiliation we go through. Sudden, shocking, unexpected. अब carry the load of it. मुझे ऐसे कैसे हुआ, है ना? You can't. Anything like you see, आजकल थोड़ा कम हुआ, but 10-12 साल पहले पार्लियामेंट में भी because of the too much of fighting between MPs, those people were called. उनको जो भी कहते थे, उनको उठा के ले जाके पटकते थे. A person representing a constituency of around 30-40 lakhs of people, an MP, dignified, if he is taken and thrown there, it's very insulting. But we should learn from them how to be Besharam. Matlab, how to be. Idea is, things will happen, isn't it? Suddenly somebody will come and humiliate us and go, oh, वैसा प्रारब्ध था वो. Quickly we have to come out of those things, isn't it? So many things. Your own son suddenly gave up the job. वो करता है, मैं कहते मैं कर रहा हूँ. बुलाओ, बिठाओ, बात करो, क्या बात है? What other job you want to do? How can I help you? Sort out हुआ तो हुआ, नहीं हुआ तो you accept it. है ना? Then the wife will tell you what to do. He's becoming like that. You are not taking interest only. And she goes on becoming miserable. अब करोगे क्या? वो सुनता नहीं तो, है ना? In front of your own eyes, things happen which are not in our control, which are so close to us, near to us. Isn't it? The financial losses sometimes will happen. कभी कभी ऐसा गरीबी भी होता है. Nobody is all the time rich in money, rich in friends, है ना, rich in conveniences. हमेशा नहीं होता. Everybody will go through those poverties. So उस समय patiently रहना. All in all, the mind's diseases, all the worry, anxiety, disappointments caused by expectations and caused by overvalue given to the people. That overvalue is called attachment. Like I live my own life, everybody is living their own life. Like I am ignorant, or they are also ignorant. Like I am not fully perfect in all maturities, they are also not so. Like I knowingly, unknowingly cause disappointment, harm to others, others also do. ऐसे ही होता है दुनिया. Isn't it? Isn't it? Like in case of that sun examination, pray to the Lord. "हे भगवान मन को शांति दो, हो सके तो उसको ठीक करो." Isn't it? हो गया बात. The second point of mind's health is also important. Try to bring it back to that peaceful mood, calm and quiet mood, non-agitated mood. Things will happen. You can't run away. You can't escape. You cannot shut your eyes and all. We have to be in this very world only. Again, don't become cynical. I will not attend anything. I will not say anything. I will not talk to anything. That will disturb my mind. Swami is told, keep the mind cool. No, no, no. ऐसा फिर जिंदगी नहीं चलेगा. You have to be with the people. You have to go through the situation, circumstances. They will keep on coming. Nobody alive can avoid these things. इस उनमें से ही मन को स्वस्थ रखना, शांत रखना, है ना? Most of it by acceptance again. It's like that. And then some people can have more intelligence by to devalue the things also. है ना? जब का तब clear हो गया. Yesterday I was Murakha, so I misbehaved or did wrong. I got punishment. Chalo, ठीक है. Today I'll try to be better. Don't carry load of yesterday. Then also let us not be anxious about tomorrow. Today is in our hands. What best we can do without excitement. निराशी निर्ममः विगतज्वर भूत्वा युध्यस्व. Chapter 3 Gita, 30th verse. Two things we saw now. Three more are there. Quickly we go through. Third thing is what? Dekho, when we are into spirituality, most important thing is clarity of concepts, clarity of understandings of every aspect. And if the concepts are not clear, then we will be vague in whatever we do. And we don't enjoy doing the things. We don't enjoy getting the results. The idea should be clear. The concept should be clear. Important. Everything is first intellectual understanding, intellectual clarity, intellectual concept. Isn't it? If it's clear and if it's worthy, it inspires. We are not at all clear about it. Then out of some compulsion we are doing, and the other opposite traits in us are encountering, and that becomes a frustration. You know? On the other hand, with the intellectual clear understanding and vision, it's not a frustrating encounter, it's a challenging encounter. There's a difference, na? I encounter my own negativities out of frustration because of lack of clarity of what I have to do or achieve. And I encounter my own these negativities as a challenge because I am very clear I have to achieve something. These are the obstructions. I have to defeat them. फर्क है ना दोनों में. So all concept have to be very clear. Spend time for it. Spare time for it. And do the best of us to become very clear about every concept. Then the need of it. Then the next one obviously is what? Trying our best to achieve that or implement it. Fourth point. So the clarity of concept, like it is said, have Shraddha in the Guru. So if the clarity is not there, why we should have to have Shraddha, etc., then we will never be able to have Shraddha and then proceed further. In Guru, we have to have Shraddha because right now our intellect is not so mature to understand the great state he is in and the way he is guiding us. है ना? अभी हमको उतना दिमाग नहीं, इसलिए श्रद्धा रखना ही पड़ता है so that we become available for his treatment in our own interest, isn't it? Then again, same point, Guru Bhakti. If the Bhakti is not there, the Guru, exactly what he says, we will not implement, we will not get the benefit out of it. Some people intellectually understand, yet they don't have devotion to Guru, therefore they don't practice. With all their intellectual understanding, they won't get benefit. Others, पूरा दिमाग में है नहीं समझ, लेकिन गुरु पे भक्ति है, उन्होंने जो कहा कर दिया, ही got the benefit. So to Daiva Bhakti concept, understand it. So to all the sadhana chatushte sampada concept, viveka. If we are not clear that we are given intellect, it is to be used for the viveka. Only through the ruthless viveka that what's right, what's wrong will be able to understand. And this is the only thing called viveka. Throughout the life it is required. More than a cell phone which we carry 24 hours. Because we have to act. To act, we have to decide. If the result has to be good, the action should be perfect. For that, the decision has to be perfect. And how we decide only after doing Viveka with intellect. इंटेलेक्ट को सुलाया, विवेक तो कर ही नहीं रहे, देन ओनली तीर मार रहे हैं अंधेरे में, वो कभी लगता कभी नहीं लगता. Why viveka? Concept should be clear. Why vairagya? Concept should be clear. Why the mana has to be niyantrita? Concept should be clear. Why the indriyas have to be controlled? Concept is clear. Why titiksha? Why shraddha? I know what is the meaning of mumukshuta. Every idea has to be very clear. Then only the related things can be done. Intellectual clarity is niyam. We are told books are there, but the due effort we are not putting. We are not recognizing the need of. We have to be very clear, convinced in our understanding. The concept should be clear, isn't it? The total concept of why we have to be spiritual, why not materialistic? Do we have the clarity of it? है ना? नहीं है, इसलिए pseudo spiritual we do, but most of our life is dedicated to the materialism only. Such person in Gita is called as mithyachari, hypocrite, spiritual. It's not an abuse, but that is a state of mind. It's not going to help. Mithyachara sa uchyate. Why is a mithyachari? That he feels he is spiritual and yet he lives life only materialistic because the concept is not clear. The discrimination between these two, which is higher, which is not higher, he is not very clear in his understanding. And that's why his vasanas, the mind will toss him up. कभी इधर ले जाता है, कभी इधर. इसका concept clear है. Why will he go in 10 directions? I know this is what I have to achieve. I am doing it. Isn't it? So the third point is clarity of every understanding. You know, the higher levels of understanding of the upadhi rahitya, matlab nirupadhika sthiti. What it means, if that's not understood, its glory is not understood, why will anybody try for it? Why we are not spiritualists? We don't have clear understanding. That's simple. If the understanding is clear, we can't do anything other than spiritual sadhanas. Huh? Like somebody it clicks that Rama Krupa, Rama Anugraha takes care of everything. He will become such a staunch Rama Bhakta that his entire family, everybody are against him. I know what Rama, where is your Rama? If he is there, why will he have all these difficulties? He is in different mood. He says everything is Rama, Rama Krupa Bas, even that also. Oh, उनका बन गया जिंदगी अभी. His intellect is very clear. Rama Bhakti, Rama Krupa. वो फिर वो करता करता he will reach out only. So the third aspect. Fourth one obviously is what? Once the concept is clear, act according to it. Act according to those concepts or understandings or convictions. Why again act opposite to that? Why insult our own intellect? अब जब बात आया समझ में कि ये साधनाएं करनी है, करो ना फिर. Fourth point is we have to again practical also. We are doing so. Think about it. Last one, it is very elaborate. I will only give a hint. You think about it. To be able to implement what we have to do, required mahol, required atmosphere, we have to keep on creating and generating. We have to create such atmosphere around, or if not possible, go to such atmosphere where it is possible. Think about it. How many times we minded this point of creating the outer atmosphere suitable for our sadhanas. है ना? और atmosphere कहिएगा, conveniences kahiyega, they also part of the game. They are also required, important. Like if you have to do the puja. No, if you create that beautiful atmosphere of neat and clean puja mandir with nice paintings and the Lord's pictures or whatever idols kept there, so that ambience, that thing which is created atmosphere, will attract you only to do that sadhana, isn't it? We have to create that atmosphere. Everything. Make our own asana for dhyana, have your own japamala, isn't it? That neat and clean cloth after the bath. They are all the atmospheres which we have to create. Like that, so many. We just said two, three. And as well as humming sound of om going on in the room. But yeah, then while doing that, creating the atmosphere, anything which is destructive or detrimental, obstructive, we should have the guts to remove that also, to change it also. We have to make that atmosphere. है ना? बनाना पड़ता है हमको, हमारे साधन, मेरे साधना के लिए मुझे अपना माहौल बनाना है, to the extent it is in the hands. You think about it. It's a very big subject. So many topics come in it as subheadings. But आप सोच लो, creating the माहौल में, having that maturity to talk to everybody at home. I am doing my sadhana these times. That's also creating it. They become calm, quiet. They don't disturb you. Putting some nice agarbatti smell, or there is a tulsi plant going on, or a plant is there, or nice quotations, nice pictures of Paramatma, or your own Guru gave you the Upadesha, one liners, two liners, likhe rakha hai. These are all the atmospheres we have to. They also influence us. Right? See that when you write a quotation of the Guru or his sadhana told on a paper and stick it, आप उसको देखोगे तो वही याद आएगा. उसी जगह if you put a tape recorder or TV, अरे आज क्या प्रोग्राम हो रहा है, चलो let me see, वही thought आएगा, isn't it? Even the creation of friend circle also is an atmosphere. A bhogi is a friend. Our mind will not stop or listen. No, immediately you meet him and with him only bhoga discussion only with. And if a very strict spiritual sadhaka is there as a friend, even if we want to get diverted, he protects us. That is what is creating the mahol. Is it ever around? People also are important. To whom we have to be, whom we have to avoid. The place also important. अगर the घर जिसमें आप रह रहे हो, because of various reasons, if it's not convenient for sadhana, we should be ready to change from there. Because doing sadhana is important, not holding on to the things or beings or places or objects. है कि नहीं? वो कुछ पकड़ने के लिए कुछ छोड़ना पड़ता है, कुछ पाने के लिए कुछ खोना पड़ता है. That's what is the life. So the five things are: take care of the health aspect, very essential as we grow in life. We can't be weak also, we can't be diseased also. Maximum अपने हाथ में जितना है. Second, so to mind about the mind. Third is very essential. Let there be clarity of understanding about every aspect. Concepts should be clear. Once they are clear, fourth one is just genuinely, seriously, sincerely start doing. Doings happen when we do. As simple as that. Then how can you come to the class? Just by coming to class. No other way. How can you do japa? By doing it. Swamiji, how to do puja? By doing puja, you will do puja. By no other way, puja is done. See the way the mind cheats us. It goes on making the things postponed. Kal kare, parso kare, kal parso to aata hi nahi. How many times you yourself might have done it? Aaj kuch bhi ho jaye, I'll go for walking. You went and the walking is over that day. That's it. एक्सरसाइज हो गया, करने से काम बनते हैं, वो सोचने से नहीं. So the fourth aspect of just do it is very important. बस कर दो. Fifth one is create such atmosphere, माहौल, very encouraging, very helpful, very inspiring. ये सारा खुद को ही करना पड़ता है ना. Like that, so many beautiful thoughts we can keep on learning. Let us enter into our Upanishad also. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu सवीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं वदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्व वेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं. शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्य कृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ॐ भवता जनता सुहिता भविता निजबोधविचारणचारुमते कलयेश्वर जीवविवेकविदं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्. ओम ब्रह्मानंदं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम्. एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन मोक्षप्राप्तिसनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिकप्रगतिसनातनसंस्थापकानां निरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं राममन्दिरवत् समस्तमन्दिरदिव्यक्षेत्र पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरन्तर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुशाश्वत निर्मूलनं भारतवर्षे विश्वे अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकैन्दव संस्कृतेः सुसंप्रतिष्ठा विश्वे मोक्षधर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठास्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवद्देवता गुरुशास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा माता पितृ देश धर्म सनातन धर्म भक्त्यादीना द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये अथर्वण श्रीकृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थमयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओम नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्. ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Chanting from 6 to 10. ॐ द्वा सुपर्णा सयुजा सखाया समानं वृक्षं परिषस्व जाते तयोरन्यः पिप्पलं स्वादुवत्ते अनश्नन्नन्यो अविचाकशीति समाने वृक्षे पुरुषो निमग्नः अनीशया शोचति मुह्यमानः जुष्टं यदा पश्यति अन्यमेषम् अस्य महिमानमिति वीतशोकः रुचो अक्षरे परमे व्योमन् यस्मिन् देवा अधिविश्वे निषेदुः यस्तं न वेद किं रुचा करिष्यति य इत्तद्विदुस्त इमे समासते छन्दांसि यज्ञाः क्रतवो व्रतानि भूतं भव्यं यच्च वेदा वदन्ति अस्मान्मायी सृजते विश्वमेतत् तस्मिंश्चान्यो मायया सन्निरुद्धः मायां तु प्रकृतिं विद्यात् मायिनं च महेश्वरम् तस्यावयवभूतैस्तु व्याप्तं सर्वमिदं जगत्. ओम शांतिः शांतिः शांतिः. Chant the first mantra. य एको अवर्णो बहुधा शक्तियोगात् वर्णाननेकान् निहितार्थो दधाति vichaiti chante vishwamadau sadevaha sano buddhya shubhaya samyunaktu. What we miss while listening to such shlokas and meanings hundreds of times, even though we listen, the very important thing we miss about it is that it is Paramatma, it is his Maya Shakti, with it, without himself changing even an iota, he does the kalpana of himself to be something or the other. Like a man, without himself changing at all in himself as nature, takes up a role and plays a role in a serial, in a TV, in a cinema, on a stage. He has not changed but took up those costumes, that role, and accordingly acted while acting, delivered those dialogues expressed. How did he do? Because he has got that Maya. What is that Maya? That he can act. Did not change at all. But he acted, he played that role by his Shakti. Okay. In the same way, entire yes, Vishwam is nothing but Paramatma Mayi with his Maya himself expressing. What our problem is, the real Paramatma we don't know. Therefore, these expressions we take them to be real or permanent. They are not real, they are not permanent. When they are not real, the question of permanence is redundant there, no? जो चीज है रियल उसको हम सोचेंगे वो टेम्पररी की परमानेंट है, चीज ही रियल नहीं है. दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ बहुधा शक्ति योगात वर्णान अनेकान विदधाति निहितार्थ, है ना. सो दैट concept understanding should go so in our head very strongly. When you see a tree, Paramatma only with his Maya Shakti appearing as tree. Tree is not real, even though it bears fruits, it gives shadow, all of that are there. Even that entire that things happening in the tree also, nothing but his own Maya Vyaktikaran, without himself changing. Anything that way we see at the macro level, big level, the Surya Chandra Adi, big, their work is big. At the micro level, when you see a mosquito moving there, anything, उसमें क्या है, परमात्मा ही वो रूप लेकर वो नाटक कर रहे हैं. ये सत्य है, इसका हमें प्रैक्टिस करना. दैट इज द पर्पस ऑफ दिस श्लोक. एकः अवर्णः, अवर्ण इज निर्विशेष, therefore modification less. Still he has such shakti by which without changing himself he appears in various forms. बहुधा अनेकान वर्णान निहितार्थ ददाइत. And then vichaiti cha ante vishwam. Then all those expressions taken up forms, it dissolves at the end in the pralaya kala completely. During the लीला काला जिनकी जरूरत नहीं हो डिजॉल्व हो जाएगा, जिसकी जरूरत है वो प्रकट होता रहेगा, है ना. लाइक ए पर्सन वर्किंग इन ए मैकेनिकल शेड, तो दैट स्पैनर ही टेक्स वर्क्स पुट्स अनदर स्पैनर ही टेक्स वर्क. वो लिया हाथ में काम हो गया तो उसको रख देता है, वहां पकड़ के थोड़ी लेता है. देन इन द इवनिंग द टोटल शेड इज क्लोज. द टोटल शेड क्लोजर इज कॉल्ड प्रलय काला. Within that kala, time of the duty, that spanner he takes, does it and keeps there. Screwdriver he takes, does it and keeps there. Cutting player he does it. That is like the things born, going away, coming, going away. ये सब नित्य प्रलय कहते हैं उसको, है ना. नित्य नैमित्तिक आत्यंतिक प्राकृत प्रलय we have seen in Bhagavad. We are talking about vichaiti cha ante vishwam. Now this idea that ante vishwam vieti is so important, that everything has an anta. When we accept it, the fact. then something should be permanent. That should be permanent. That insistence will go away. Half of the problem is gone. The other half it is what? But I want permanent. No, then permanent is Brahman. Catch him. If you catch him, the remaining half problem goes on. Ante vichayati is important. For everything which has a beginning, it has its end. ये एक चीज भी हम दृढ़ता से समझ ले है ना. In spirituality, समझना is not sufficient thing. दृढ़ता से समझना. That's why it's called manisha, not only avagahana. Manisha means conviction. Many of us understand many things, but we are not convinced. Convictions won't change. Understandings either will change or will be weak enough not to help us. Like we understand कि we have to speak truth. Everybody understands, but we are not convinced. Therefore, we that understanding को भुलाकर जब भी जरूरत होती है कन्वेंस के हिसाब से we speak lies. This conviction that everything begins ends. When it is there, then we don't be excited about something newly created, nor we become mourning or miserable when something goes away, because the whole cosmos, the universe, all of that appearing itself goes, dissolves. Isn't it? Vichaiti Chante, Vishwamadav. Again, it will get manifested. Like our entire day's individualities, abilities, relations, activities, all of them in sleep just get dissolved. Is it not? Again, next day, we get up to continue the show. But where from the show coming and going, that state of self is permanent. That we have to catch. That's the goal. So Vichaiti Chante Vishwamadau Sadevaha Saha Naha Buddhya Shubhaya Sayunat. Naha means हम लोगों को बुद्धिया शुभया with good buddhi samyunaktu mehi yogas with. And Shubha Buddhi we have discussed. Now the next one is what? Yasmat, see that clarity. Saha eva srashta. Yasmat tasminneva layah. Tasmat. Because he alone is creator, because everything dissolves in him, because of these two reasons. Therefore, Saha eva sarvam. He alone is everything. Na tata vibhaktamast. There is nothing other than him, apart from him, independent of him. And this knowledge, iti aha, because of this thing, this shloka is spoken. So the Sambandha Bhasha for the shloka. In that shloka, he alone is everything is said. That's what is said. In the Sambandha Bhasha, the reason is told. Because everything comes from him, because everything goes back into him. During the Sthiti Kala also, all of that must be him only. है ना? आदि में जो है, अंत में जो है, इन बिटवीन भी वही है ना. मांडुक्य उपनिषद talks both. That which was not in the beginning, not in the end, in between appears, but it is not real. So too, that which was in the beginning, which will be at the end, in between, it may appear in different shape, but that is that alone. Gold and ornaments example. Ornament पहले नहीं था, बाद में नहीं है, नहीं रहेगा. In between also it appears, not is real. It's not gold. It was earlier. Later on it will be there. In between it may be appearing as ornament, but it is gold only. So in the beginning Brahman alone. Later on Brahman alone. In between whatever is appearing is Brahman alone. In beginning the Jagat was not there. End Jagat will not be there. In between it is appearing, but it is not real. So, whole Vishwam is he only. Sarvam sa eva na tataha vibhaktam asti. Everything he alone, there is nothing other than him. His play, his Leela with his Maya is going on, which was said in the earlier sloka. And the most million dollar point was without any purpose. Nihitartaha. Without any purpose. The moment at a higher level of intellectual maturity, spiritual maturity, we understand that no purpose is the realization, we are growing in life. Right now, too, we have the purpose of studying Shastras, clearly understanding them. It's all. But at the higher level, just allowing the divinity to express, that's it. There's no purpose at all of losing or gaining. You know? Like the wife and children. You have to take care of them. That's it. What's the purpose? The moment you ask the purpose, you have become Karta Bhokta. Without asking the purpose, you do the duty, you have become the instrument in the hands of the Lord. No samsara. Like if you ask me, Swami, why are you doing these classes? If I attribute a purpose, then I have fallen to become a samsara. It's a divine expressing, that's it. What purpose? That purpose is the materialistic purposes. And the adhyatmika purpose of understanding the Shastras, trying to know the truth, they are required. Apart from that, the other purposes, not there. Correct? Now, what are the things which are mentioned here and said that all of them are the Paramatma? Only chant the mantra to Tadevagnis Tadadityaha Tadvayus Taduchandramaha Tadeva Shukram Tad Brahma Tadapaha Tatu Prajapatihi. So we have seen Eva word is important. Tadeva, 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 Tadeva. So, and we said both of the things. Saying the Vayu is Brahman is lower level. Saying Brahman as the Vayu is higher level. Because when you say the Vayu is Brahman, the importance is given to Vayu. When it is said that the Brahman is the Vayu, the importance is given to the Brahman. Both look to be same but not the same. Everywhere. Like I am his son. He is my father. They at the gross level, the meaning appear to be same. In that I am his son may, he is given important. Important. He is my father may, I am given importance. See that? Thoda difference है उसमें. Here also, very clear, eva shabda. Tadeva agnihi. Tadeva adityaha. Tadeva vayuhu. Tadeva chandramaha. Tadeva shukram. Tadeva brahma. Tadapaha. Tadeva apaha. Tadeva prajapati. This is what we have to do the practice. This is what was missing in us in understanding, in conviction, and in practice. Therefore, other than Paramatma, so many things we are accepting to be real, and again we are differentiating each from the other because of their outer expressions, and then we are attributing values, importances, no values, no importances, and that is giving chance for the mind to create this raga and dvesha, which are never ever required. The moment we, through this step by step parampara, fall to the level of giving the mind the chance to project raga dvesha, our ignorance, our samsara is complete. Our murkhata is complete. Now see, with these two shlokas, how many things have become clear. If we are really wise, if we have that stamina or ability to remember, memory power है अच्छा, समझने की शक्ति अच्छा है, how many things are see already told. One, Paramatma, Ekaha. Second, Paramatma is never changeable, Avarnaha, Nirvishesha. Third, it is his power only. Fourth, with his power only, he is appearing as many, many. Fifth, while appearing in so many ways, there is no purpose at all. Sixth, everything which is appearance again goes to disappear. See how many very spashta clarities are given. Then what we have to do? Same. Transcendentally, Everything is that Paramatma stabilized in that knowledge. Eminently, everything is his own expression. So there, whatever the rules, regulations are there, follow them. Like all Vanaras. All commonly Rama Bhaktas. And at the time of the activity, each one is given different jobs. They were doing so. What Hanumanji did, others have not done. What Nila Nala did, others have not done. What Angada did, others have not done. What Sugriva did, different. What Jambavan did is different. So there are all different doings outside. Common is all are Rama Bhakta, all actions are Ramakarya. Isn't it? This is how a wise person, after this wisdom gained, should live life. Inside, Soham I am He. Outside, wherever I am put, do that. Don't attribute any purpose. Exactly do as per the rules. That's it. Doing the thing as it has to be done is the purpose. Isn't it? That's the subtlest meaning of the 47th verse of Gita, second chapter. Karamani eva adhikaraha. You have the right and duty to do the karma as it has to be done. That's it. No purpose. Ma phaleshu kadach. Like, what is the outcome or fulfillment of the Lord when He is doing Srishti Sthiti Laya? No other, doing it itself. So, to what is the fulfillment for us? In doing what is to be done. What is the question of what is the result later on? That's a wrong concept, expecting something. So, that point of Nihitartha is very crucial. Like the doctor, he does the operation at that time. What happens? How can he decide? He is using his wisdom to do the job. Sometimes doctor does minimum, but patient का किस्मत ठीक है तो he jumps. Other side 10 directors together tried and he died. Fellow. Okay. Then what we have to do is Shukra means Shuddham. Anyat api Deeptimat Nakshatra. So Chandra Surya के बाद Shukram Shabda used. Shukra means Shuddham, Shuddham means Deeptiman. Deeptiman means other luminous things like Nakshatradi. All of that is he only. Then Tad Brahma Hiranyagarbhatma. Tad Apaha waters. Then Sahab Prajapati Viradatma. The whole Virad Rupa is his only. गीता में तो बताया ही है. Hiranyagarbha also is he only. So idea is he with his Maya appearing as Swami. Whether it is Hiranyagarbha, the Samashti Sthula, Samashti Sukshma, Virat Purusha, Samashti Sthula, and in the individual specimen, whether it is the macro level, Agni, Vayu, Varuna, Indradi, at the micro level, he Gandharvas, Manushas, Ityadi, he only is playing. To go from this truthful knowledge, how far away we moved, giving such a reality to the appearances and differentiating with each other, forgetting the reality and attributing the purposes. ये सारा कहाँ है भैया? We only, with the given freedom, with the power of the mind misused. Given freedom is called as Maya, power of the mind misuse is called as Moha. माया मोह के कारण इन सब में हम इस तरह से फंसे. Develop this vision, strengthen this vision. Thereafter, where is a bird flying, where is a fish is swimming, where is an animal is running, a human being is working, whether it's a tree, bearing the fruits, whether rivers flowing, All is his expression only, his glory only. उस thought को strengthen करते रहे, then though we see differences, we don't differentiate them. Then there is no samsara. And with all the beauty of whatever something or ugliness, that's not permanent. The fragrance of the rose is not permanent, isn't it? So too, the chuyumui itching aspect of the other tree or plant, that also is not permanent, isn't it? कोई भी शाश्वत नहीं है. भगवान का जो बना हुआ अच्छे अच्छे चीजें शाश्वत नहीं है, वो बुरे भी शाश्वत नहीं. It's a play going on, that's it. With this understanding, by devaluing the variety of duality, gathering the mind's rays, apply them in trying to realize who is that Tattva in me. Remember, with all this explanation that the Lord with his Maya Shakti has created the whole world for no purpose, he alone is this and that, with all this explanation, these details are not purpose. The purpose is who is that Paramatma realizing in him in our heart as ourselves. पर्पस को भूलना मत. पर्पस सृष्टि को बताना नहीं है. पर्पस परमात्मा को जानना. Because we are lost in सृष्टि, to bring our attention from it, the fact is told that the whole सृष्टि is nothing but his own expression. Remember, ब्रह्म को पकड़कर सृष्टि में रहोगे तो there is a chance of not slipping. Because पकड़ के रखे हो ब्रह्म को एक तरफ. ब्रह्म को छोड़ दिया, so with all your wisdom, we will be lost in the world's enchantments and varieties and differences. इसलिए everyday हमें पूजा करा के in the room भगवान को पकड़वाते हैं. And then with holding that Lord with one hand, with the other hand we work in the world. That's the purpose of early morning doing puja. And the total purpose of life is basically I am Brahman. Basically everything is Brahman. After that, every natanki, which is not permanent, which is not real, which has no purpose. It's mere expression of the Shakti. That's it. Then where is the bondage, Batao? And how can there be no bliss? Because holding the self one side. Right? So in this way, shloka number 2 is seen. Third shloka mein bhi ऐसे कुछ उपाधियां या expressions of the Lord are told. त्वं स्त्री त्वं पुमानसे त्वं कुमार उत वा कुमारी त्वं जीर्णो दण्डेन वञ्चसि त्वं जातो भवसि विश्वतो मुखः. देखो, त्वं स्त्री त्वं पुमानसे त्वं कुमार उत वा कुमारी त्वं जीर्णो दण्डेन वञ्चसि त्वं जातो भवसि विश्वतो मुखः. त्वं स्त्री, O Lord, you alone are all feminine expressions. Tvam Puman, all masculine. Then Kumaraha, the child masculine. Then Kumari, the child feminine. Jirnaha, Dandena Vanchase, male or female. Jirna, old, holding to the danda and bending and walking. It is you only. Tvam Jata, you are just Navajata Shishu. मनुष्य पशु पक्षी खटमल मच्छर वनस्पति कुछ भी हो, then तम in this way विश्वतो मुखा भवसि, you alone are expressing as so many. Then some more example. नील पतंगो हरितो लोहिताक्षः तडिद्गर्भः ऋतवः समुद्राः अनादिमत्वं विभुत्वेन वर्तसे यतो जातानि पुराणि विश्वाः. That we study tomorrow. Then from the Chandogya Upanishad, जैसे वहां कहा है, one Lord only is created, one Lord only is experiencing, one Lord only is detached. All the three is one Aja only. Very interesting discussion it will be. We'll try to reach it tomorrow after concluding this shloka numbers 2, 3 and 4. 2 we have seen, 3 and 4 we'll study tomorrow. Om 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 Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। परम ऋषिभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु। Let us study Gita for some time.